Good morning students, I hope you are fit and fine. Today in 9th class grammar portion we are going to take prepositions. Today we will discuss and try to find out what is a preposition, what is the definition and how can we use them. So let's start. Today in 9th class grammar we are taking this one, prepositions and introduction. One preposition can be used in various ways. For example, he is at home, place, he goes to school at 10, time, I was surprised at his behavior, mental attitude. Here we are using at in three places, different ways. According to grammar, prepositions have a very important role in language. Without these prepositions, work done by subject, noun or pronoun and situation of subjects can't be related to the object of the same sentence. Sometimes absence of prepositions give rise to a meaningless sentence. So this is the role of preposition in literature or language. Now, what is the definition? In a sentence, a preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with another noun or pronoun. For example, the kite is sitting on the table, she is under the tree, he is often found at the bus stand. In sentence first, on is preposition and it relates kite and table. In sentence 2, under is preposition and it relates she and tree. In third sentence, at is preposition and it relates he and bus stand. Now, position of the prepositions. There are different situations of using prepositions. These are used in following ways. Normally, prepositions are used before object in intransitive verbs. For example, he is working in his office, she is at gate, Sheila was walking on road. In above sentences, in, at, on are prepositions which are used before objects of verbs, office, gate, road used in sentences. Now, if preposition's object is that or which, then preposition's place will be at the end of sentence. For example, this is the pen which she was looking for, that is the book that you were asking for, this is the post that I have replied for. Here in sentence first, which is the object of for, in second sentence object of for, in third sentence that is object of for. That's why in these three sentences for is at end. Writing for which or for that, it will be incorrect. If preposition's object is any interrogative pronoun, then preposition is used at the end of sentence. Remember this one. If we are using any interrogative pronoun, then it will be used at the end of sentence. For example, what are you talking about? Whom was this letter addressed to? Which class do you read in? We can write down this sentence in this manner also. In which class do you read? If object of preposition is hidden relative pronoun, then preposition is used at the end of the sentence. For example, this is the man I was speaking of, this is the poet I was referring to, I don't know the man you were talking with. In above three sentences, relative pronoun is hidden, that's why prepositions are used at the end of sentences. In situation of verb plus preposition, if this situation comes, then preposition is used after verb. For example, the thief broke into the house. The book you were looking for is not available at this time. The police were running after the thief. He was accused of theft. Kinds of prepositions. We have two kinds of prepositions. Simple prepositions, prepositions which consist only one word, etc. Example, in, at, on, with, over, by, etc. Next is compound prepositions, prepositions which consist of two or more words, instead of, in the middle of, by the side of, etc. Next, now we are using some major types of prepositions with examples above to indicate higher than and at a higher point. The sun rose above the horizon. Superior in rank, the major is above in the captain in army. Coming earlier, his name is above mine in the list. Next is across, from one side to another in an open place. There are many bridges across the Yamuna. He walked across the field. On the other side of his house is across the road. She lives across the valley. Next is after. We are using after, then next in order. Please meet me after this period. Next place, we went to Nahargarh after Hawa Mahal. If we are following somebody, the policeman ran after thief. Following time, later than, meet me after dinner. So these are the after we can use in this manner. Along, keeping on a line or its length from one end to or towards the other end of something. We walked along the road for 2 miles. There are 3 trees on both the sides all along the river. Now next is among. with more than two persons or things, especially group. Distribute these mangoes among these boys in the sense of one of before a superlative. He is among the 10 poorest boys of the school. So in this manner we can use among. Next is at, to indicate a point of time. The sun rises at 6 a.m. to indicate the place in which something or somebody is, was, will be. Mr. Mohan is at his office. In the state of he is at work, with some words as an appropriate preposition: throw at, look at, point at, shoot at, aim at, laugh at, etc. To tell rate, speed and temperature. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Next is by. We are using by to indicate the meaning not later than I shall finish my work by Monday. Before time, to indicate conditions and circumstances. The thief thought it fit to break into house by moonlight, to show the period or quantity that is used for buying, selling or measuring something. Bananas are sold by dozen. If we are using nearness in place, then we can use by. Come and sit by me means beside by me. Pass, I go by. During, he prefers to travel by night. Not later than the time mentioned. I have written this book by October. So in this manner we can use by. Next is in. Before names of months, seasons and years. I was born in 2002. Before morning, evening, afternoon, etc. Meet me in the afternoon. Before a period of time. For future, I shall be back in an hour. To indicate something in a surrounded place. We live in India. Showing job or profession. His father is an officer in the army. Indicating color, material of thing or showing situation or condition. He signed in ink, pencil. Now we are using to. Suggesting destination. He walked to the station. In the sense of till of time. She visited the town from 3 to 5 p.m. In the sense of as far as. The cap seller sold his caps from village to village. D. Showing comparison. Inferior to, superior to, junior to, senior to, prefer to, prior to, etc. I prefer walking to running. Showing purpose. He came to see us. Some other uses of to. There are mountains to the north of India. Next is on. Before dates and dates. Ram will go to Jaipur on Monday. To indicate the position of a thing covering or forming a part of surface. The book is on the table. In the sense of about, concerning a person, topic or subject. He is writing a thesis on Premchand. In following phrases, on account of, on hearing this or that, on behalf of, on the occasion of, on fire, on sale, on purpose, on the whole, on the contrary, on foot, etc. Suggesting direction. Pinky was hit on the head, indicating engagements. He is on tour for a week. So in this manner we can use on. Now with, to indicate at the same time as. I rise with the sun. Togetherness of some kind. He lives with me. Having or carrying something. The man with a gun is a hunter. The way in which one does something. He helps the poor with pleasure. Separation. He parted with his friends yesterday. In following phrases. Deal with, quarrel with, sympathize with, agree with, part with, down with, fight with, pleased with, angry with, etc. Next is off, indicating correction or relation. The legs of the chair are broken, indicating partition or conclusion. A piece of paper, a ton of coal, a lots of books, legs of people, suggesting reason or cause. He died of cancer, cholera, fever, etc. With following words: proud of, afraid of, fond of, tired of, ashamed of, glad of, jealous of, desirous of, accused of. Indicating material used but not changed. This chair is made of wood. With measurements, direction and expression of time. She is a girl of 12. Now I think all of you that you have understood something about prepositions. Now please do some exercise, and thank you once again. Thanks.